So of course, I think any starting a new business anywhere in the world is difficult, and India it's even more difficult and more challenging because of the kind of setup we have, the complexities we have of the ease of finance access and all is very hard. So one, I think when before you set up a company, it's important to see in a perspective whether somebody is wanting to be an entrepreneur. It's important to see, am I meant to be a guy who works at for somebody else, or am I meant to be a leader, teacher, that kind of a person who is great at knowledge transfer, or am I a guy who's a risk taker and has the ability to do crazy things and I'm okay to fail? I think these are basic things that we must consider before starting an enterprise. If you're ready to fail and fall on flat on your feet, because not everybody goes on to win the battle of entrepreneurship. There are a few success stories, but there are many stories where they don't make it or they struggle. But I definitely encourage everyone to go and start something on their own, because like our prime minister said, today's Indian startups are tomorrow's MNCs of the world. The India has become a powerful country and it is going to continue to become that, and they're going to create great opportunities, and we are the hardworking lot, so we should do that. Animation in specific is a difficult industry. You have to have a lot of knowledge. If you need to be a creative person, you have to have that creative arts knowledge. You have to have knowledge of physics. You need to understand how things move, fall, gravity, anatomy, how a human thing, emotions. So you kind of have to be a really a great observer to get into this field. And about technology, it's complex. It's not easy at all. It is very complex, sometimes more complex than even computer science. Some of the things, not all of the things, certain things are pretty simple. So to be, it's important to, when you're coming to animation field setting up, it's important to have kind of those strengths, to right brained as well as left. If there are two people, if they can have that strength, that's great. But it's not easy, this field. But India has a bright future. We have 350 million kids. There's so much possibilities of making so much content for them. And if you add Asia to that, more than 500 million kids. I'm not considering China, because generally that is, we can't sell inside China. But look at 500 million kids, it's a huge market. I mean, if we put Europe altogether, there's 40 million children. Look at the market we have in India, especially with OTT, where people pay you directly. Imagine what is possible in India. So I would definitely encourage people to take up entrepreneurship or starting an animation company.